Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. And this is a big one. It's a Juggernaut again. This is video part 2. Well, technically it's part 3 because I did an unboxing like 19 months ago when Keith sent me this. And then recently you've just seen the full build of it with period correct hop-ups. What a thing this is. Now, it's not mine, this is Keith's. He asked me to build it for him, which we'll go into in a minute. But if you've never seen how a Juggernaut goes together, jump back and watch that build video, because this thing is phenomenal. Honestly, it really is incredible. So cool. And just an absolute tank. Anyway, this is what Keith asked me to do. So obviously I've got the first bit done. The next bit now is to do the box art body for it, which is, I guess it's going to be quite involved. I've not looked at it yet, but it's two-piece, what is it, an Ford F350 or something, body. It's really cool. So anyway, we've got to get that painted. And then there's going to be another video where Keith sent me a second body set with a ton more goodies to do a Tamiya Legends version. But I'll do that in a separate video because this is not mine, so I don't want to screw anything up. So yeah, let's dig the paint out and let's get some colour on that bad boy. Right, so that's the paint on. So obviously, as I said, it's a two-piece body shell. It's a Ford F350, I believe. Tailgate's painted and the mirrors are painted. Now, Keith actually sent me the paints for this. He sent me 2 cans and it's TS6, which is matte black. Gotta be honest, I don't know if that's the true box art colour or if it's a gloss colour. I've no idea, but this is the colour he wanted, and I have to say I really enjoy matte colours. Yeah, I just really like it. So anyway, Keith will be happy because this is the colour he wanted. So I'm really happy with that. That's all painted up really nice. It looks kind of cool. So the next stage now is I've got to dig out the chrome work, and on the front and rear bumpers there's a little bit of X18, which is semi-gloss black, that I have to paint onto the chrome. So that looks like it's kind of the biggest job when I've had to kind of flick through the instructions. Just turn the camera so you can see this bad boy. Look at that for a chassis, my friend. That's just nuts. Anyway, let's dig out the chrome. Right, I'll show you what I've got done so far. This is incredibly slow going. I didn't know you had to paint a ton of chrome. And painting chrome is just not my favourite. Anyway, so the full windscreen is now in. The, what do you call these? These is what the bed mounts onto with pins. So they're in. I've got the bracket on the tailgate. I've got the mirrors done. It's got a double mirror in each. I've got the roll bar assembly all made up. That's kind of cool. This one here is a rear bumper, which is just hardening, so you have to paint that section, and then the top. Yep, not a fan of that. Anyway, that's almost done. So anyway. Then there's these pieces here. So we've got the lower front bumper again, which is all had to be painted. I hope this is going to be good enough for you, Keith. And then I've just put a second coat on the grille. Absolutely horrible painting on the chrome. Just hate it. Don't really know why. I just don't think it takes paint very well. So yeah, we just got to let all those items harden. So again, I'll come back when there's something new to show you. Right, after a load of messing around, it's finished, apart from decals. Keith, this front grille is far from perfect, my friend. I've struggled with it. So obviously mirrors are the last thing to go on, and they're just going with double-sided tape. But we've got, let's turn this round. So we've got the back on. Looks nice. And then yeah, it's just the front, which you've seen, but you're just not seeing it on. Right, so yeah, loving the matte black though, that looks awesome. And this X18 colour that we painted the chrome on, which is box art, that looks kind of cool. So while I've been waiting, I've got the decals cut out. Doesn't look to be many, but there's enough. So yeah, let's just start steady away decaling. Right, so we have an issue with decals. The adhesive on them isn't great. So if you're asking it to sort of go around a little corner or anything, they're starting to lift. I've even tried some heat on them. So anyway, might have to revisit that, or you might have to, Keith, I don't know. The majority are going okay, but yeah, there's a few just lifted, like on that light there. Look, I mean, it's only ever so slightly, but anyway, so we've got, that's all the decals for the cab section, I believe. And on the bed, I've just done the backs for now, because we've got to obviously line, so that sits on that, but you can't get it to sit properly because it does that, you see. So what I'm going to do, there's 2 screws that mount the cab to the chassis, and then the bed goes on a hinge. So I'm going to mount the shell on and then fit those decals on, so I can hopefully keep this line something like it's supposed to be. Fingers crossed. Right, so that's the cab on. This is all new to me. It's crazy. It looks so cool. I don't want to show you it all just yet, but anyway, the gold showing through. Wow. So 2 screws through either side, and that's what holds the cab on. I thought there might be something for the front because it wobbles. I mean, these are tight, but it's got a little bit of movement. But yeah. So moving that round now, the bed. 2 screws at the back of the bed go through this, and this is your hinge. So it's going to lift up for your battery change, and then it'll hook onto there. So let's get that in position next. Right, so now obviously I've got the position. So the idea is I've put 2 bolts down there onto the hinge, and then you pull up on the anti-roll bar, and then that lifts up so you can do your battery change. Very, very cool actually. I just have noticed though, when you close it down, it just hits just on the corners of this, so you just want to be very careful. Not that it matters, but that goes down and then push down, and then it's got 2 pins. So I'm going to put those pins in because it looks like it's got a little bit of movement there. So I'll lock them down, and then I'll get the rest of the decals on. Right, I think that's good enough. So what I've done is I've got it jacked up on a screwdriver set and a can of paint under the chassis, so I can get the angle right. But if you kind of look at that, that looks pretty straight to me, I think. I hope. Right, I'll switch it around and do the other side. Right, that's the other side done. I think it's straight. I'm worried about some of these decals going to lift in the near future. If it's totally flat surface, they're fine, but any bit of an angle. Yeah, it looks pretty straight, doesn't it? Right, and that was the final step, which was double-sided tape for the mirrors, because obviously they would break off dead easy, so I've done them with tape. I'm just going to double check everything's finished before I show you the truck finished, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And that is the jug finished, my friends. Whew, that was hard work. I struggled with that. But yeah, it looks cool. Looks cool as. So big. It's huge. Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very cool. Oh my god. It's that big that you kind of got to move the camera around it. Well, Keith, I hope you're happy, my friend. Couple of problematic areas of a decal. So you got this one, this way. So this The orange bit's okay, but this just doesn't want to stick. If it was mine, I'd be tempted to cut the yellow off and either leave it transparent, because that'd look cool, or paint it on the inside, because this comes out easy enough. And the same on the backs. But not a lot you can do about that, because that's just against the black body. Very, very cool thing. Very cool indeed. I actually had no idea the Juggernaut was this cool. I've got to be honest. And obviously, it's because of old Keith's period, correct? Hey, Muffin, say hello. Muffin, Muffin, say hello. Say hello. Okay, don't then. Yeah, that is truly awesome. I love that. And I love the call you made, Keith, on the matte black as well. The only downside about using matte black is because the decals are gloss, so the edges really show up against the matte. So if you look there, you can see it all. It's not as it looks worse on camera, but yeah, that's gloss decals against a matte finish, I guess. Yep, that is awesome. And that's it done, my friends. And yeah, it looks incredible. Absolutely love it. As I said, I think I said earlier, first time I've ever seen a Juggernaut in real life. Yeah, Keith, I hope you're going to be happy with this one. As I say, it's not perfect, but I think overall it looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm actually kicking myself a little bit for dragging my heels with this whole project for just a ridiculous amount of time, because I've really enjoyed it. So this is the morning after I finished it last night, and I took pictures and I emailed Keith the pictures. And I actually said at the time, because my plan was to get this box art version done and then move straight on and get the Tamiya Legends one done. But when I finished this last night, I was like, oh, I just cannot be bothered doing it all again. I'll move on to something else. And I told Keith that. And lo and behold, I've woke up this morning and I'm actually itching to get the Tamiya Legends one done. I think mainly because a lot of this now is really fresh, and I know certain things I need to do quite quickly on the other shell. So hopefully that truck, that third video with the custom Tamiya Legends body set on it, you'll see soon, hopefully. But anyway, that's for another video. But yeah, leave in the comments what you think. It's actually 100% one of the best things I've ever built. And it's funny because just recently I posted the Mountain Rider build video, or as it was known, the Mountaineer back in the day. And that chassis build, I said, hands down, is the best chassis I put together. But I'll tell you what it is. This is a very, very, I was going to say close second, but it might be tied for #1 spot, because although this one is not, the Mountain Rider's a little bit more 1/1 scale, as in how it goes together like a real truck. This isn't quite that, but it's not a million miles off. And yeah, it's very, very special, and I can see now why Keith wanted me to take this project on. It's not so much him. It's not so much him sending. He didn't send me our list so I could have something to build. He actually, because he understands what this build process was on this particular truck, he wanted me to experience it. As I'll probably never own a Jug, if I'm honest. Although, I don't know. We'll see how the Tamiya Legends one turns out. It might be something I'll look for in the future. I don't know. But I mean, mine would have to have all this gold on. I couldn't go from this, sending this back to Keith, and then get my own, and it's just black plastic. Anyway, I digress. So I hope you enjoyed this. And as I say, stay tuned for the third video where it's the Tamiya Legends body set. I'm looking forward to that now. Right, do all the good stuff. Say a lot in the comments, give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down if you think I'm a dickhead, turn notifications on, and subscribe if you haven't. That would be absolutely awesome. And throw Keith a subscription as well. I'll put a link to Keith's channel in this video's description. And Keith's knocking out some absolutely off the chart content. And as always, my friends, yeah, I know, Happy arseing.